Hello? Yo, welcome to Carter's Corner Pocket, where we fuel the rocket. Today, I'm talking GameStop. It had some mic issues, wasn't even registering. But, yeah, I don't care, man. GameStop's up 7% today. You saw it popped almost to 10%. Your boy Warren Kitty's back. Keith Gill, he tweeted out there, it's time. Maybe he's back in, but I keep buying, off fundamentals alone with GameStop. We know it all over here on the channel. And if you're new, take a look. Michael, you can hear me now, right? I think you can hear me. Michael V. Dope Cho, what's up? Welcome. I was gonna go live anyways when GameStop was down. It just happened to pop. I've been busy. I've been busy buying stuff from GameStop. I got some cards over here. The whole box that got shipped to me right here, full of things. Just doing Christmas shopping, The mic should be good now, but right now GameStop went up like 9 point something percent, pulled back now, and we're in the sixes. Out of nowhere, nothing, off of one Roaring Kitty tweet. That just tells you everything. The stock price is disconnected from the fundamentals, but the fundamentals is what keep us moving and keeps us sound and creates floors like our $10 floor, our $20 floor, what will be our $30 floor, and continue on the continuation on up. I'm just bullish as ever about this stock. I haven't been more bullish on it or the management. You've got people dropping like flies. PPC is taking a break. Why you got to take a break? What are you taking a vacation for? Is it a job for you? It must be a hard job lying, right? I give myself breaks, but really it's not a break if in between my videos. Because I'm out doing other stuff. I got to prepare for a new baby. I'm out shopping at GameStop. I'm truly supporting GameStop. I'm talking to people about pro memberships. I'm all on forums. I've sent people, convinced people to sign up for pro memberships in the store, online, all types of stuff. I'm just out here doing work. I even opened up a new channel, but I haven't even started it, really. I just really want to promote GameStop and the stuff that they sell. So I'm going to be doing unboxing, opening new products at GameStop. And that's about it. There's nothing really big plan for the channel. It's just free marketing for GameStop of my dime because I'm a GameStop investor. Just reinvesting my time, my energy, my money back into the stock, back into the company. The same way Ryan Cohen does it, I found another way to do it, and that's my plans. But hey, other than that, GameStop's looking good as usual. Because if you remember where we came from, the nines, the $10 range. If I told you we'd be at 28 right now, you wouldn't have a problem with that. If I told you we hit 30 over 30, you wouldn't have a problem with that. If I told you Roaring Kitty came back and the thing hit 80 in the pre-market and 60 during trading hours, hey, you and I wouldn't have a problem with that. We're holding for the long term. We're not like Richard Newton, We're not like PPCs, just running this thing on, stringing it along. Quitting because it's difficult, because it's hard to keep a lie afloat. It's hard not to get wrapped up in your lies. It's not a lie for me. It's not a lie from Rants. Amazing YouTuber on GameStop, like the #1 go-to GameStop YouTuber, not Richard Newton. Dynamite _41. Be more, invest better. I like Be More. I like Dynamite. They're all awesome YouTubers, influencers, whatever for GameStop. Just making videos. I believe they're just making videos for GameStop to support their investment the same way I do, the same way Marantz does. What do I have to say? I have to pick up my kids in like 15 minutes, but I'm a scoot out, come back to this. GameStop's PSA graded cards. We have many different avenues for revenue. We have PSA that's open. We sell slabs. We grade cards. I think Marantz was doing some math to figure out. I don't even know if he was doing math. He was just saying, imagine all the GameStop cards. I have to really dig deep into that Nat Turner interview. I was just passing out when I was trying to listen to it last night. But I noticed the Caitlin Clark cards. There's more Caitlin Clark cards. I got one right here. I'm unboxing it. GameStop seems to be sending out their PSA cards in more uniform packaging, which is cool. We have it right here. Receipts here. Try not to give out my personal information, but whatever. If anyone finds it out and they want to come see me, come see me. See me in the street, see me at my house, whatever. You'll find out, Those people that went to Marantz's work, man, they're lucky. They're lucky that he was at his place of work. But here's my Caitlin Clark card. Look at how nicely packaged that is. I love this packaging. It's nice. so firm, crisp to come out the package. This joint is a PSA 10. I don't know if you can see it. PSA 10. It's a gift. It's one of the gifts from my daughter for Christmas. I don't think she's going to be watching this video because I removed YouTube off of all of their devices and the TV and any of that because YouTube is the devil. I explain to my children marketing tactics, how they used to market to us, commercials, and the whole purpose behind it, not to let people sway your mind and to have willpower. Yeah, I want to build a whole different animal, stronger than me, bigger than me, whatever. That's what I want my kids to be. But regardless of that, we're here for GameStop. We're here for the nice uniform packaging, the same experience you get every single time. All my Jaden Daniels cards, this whole stack of cards came in the same box. It's nice to see. It's nice to see consistent improvement of the rollouts. Just like any IT platform that's rolled out, new project, they roll it out and they fix all the patches as we go along, fix all the problems as they go along. And it was fine-tuned to roll out, and they just keep fine-tuning it. So much so that they've expanded to grading. Which is awesome because there's many dealers, like not even just Pokemon dealers, sports card dealers coming over to GameStop just to grade because of the sheer and not only just to grade, you're getting pro memberships as well. I mean, I don't need to keep repeating it over and over, but I'm bullish on this investment. I'm still standing strong. I've been gone a few days. My conviction never wavers, even if I'm not on here. Trust me, I'm going GameStop strong. You know? Happy with this Caitlin Clark card. I'm going to have to buy my daughter a jersey. Yesterday was first basketball practice, the girls' basketball practice. Every single player on her team is like 3 or 4 years in, and they're all beasts. They're all really good. And my daughter was like really, really good. I've been taking her to trainings, training camps, all of that, workouts all summer long, and it's been paying off. She's just been running on track, doing all of that. It's awesome, man. It's awesome to live this life. It's awesome to be a good person, a GameStop investor, someone that researches the stock and have the management align with your values as well. So that's pretty cool to me. Life is good, man. I'm over here. I'm opening this giant box just to see what I got. Wasting my time. I got so much stuff. I got baby stuff all over the place, man. I'm not even playing. Look. Right underneath me, all this baby stuff everywhere, bags of baby stuff. Outside this door is just like diapers and diapers and diapers. I got, what'd I get? Magneto helmet for no reason. No reason. Look at that. $100, I got that for like 50, right? $40? Black Friday sale. I got this Batman cowl as a gift. Because you know GameStop, their product line, becoming more collectibles geared, and I like that. There's more high quality collectibles for the collectors. Just some random stuff for my nephew, different stuff, you know. But the Magneto helmet's for me. Yeah. So let's see. Let's take a look at the number. I've been following these numbers. I've been tracking them daily, but I kind of stopped doing that over the past month because it's all in full effect. I mean, we're past the infancy stages of the full, complete GameStop turnaround. But the PSA, we're past that infancy stage. I've been watching this thing move nonstop, and when we hit about 3,000, 2,900, somehow we get a refreshment of slabs. It bumps us up to about 3,800, sometimes to 4,000, and then we do it all over again. This is just added income, added revenue streams. Like I said, we have the retro. I know if you've been in the GameStop, you see your retro area expanding, looking nicer, having more quality games. And instead of just lumping it together in one corner, they have it in all the GameStops I've been to have it sorted in the section of Sony, of Nintendo, or whatever. I've been buying random games also, all used games, just supporting the company and having fun with my kids. Playing old games that are just more fun than the current games. That's about it. What else do I have to do? I need to pay attention to my kids. Make sure track their bus. But other than that, let me check out the chat. Yo, we got Michael V, 51st Elitist Platoon, GME Division, reporting for duty. You know 51 shares, that's all I get. I keep buying, but it never goes past 51. Mic check is straight. Dope Cho. Dope Cho, up and to the right. His emoji, man, always there, because I can, man. Welcome. Thank you for posting the link. That's all good, man. We're all just out here supporting GameStop. That's it. I really don't care how many people see this. Like I said before, I'm a individual investor in GameStop. I just try to do the best I can, whether it's just researching the overall macroeconomic market, whether just looking at different things. Like today, I was looking at banks. Well, not today. I've been looking over the past few days because I was trying to do the stream 2 days ago, but life just gets in the way. Got things to do. I got parties this weekend, more parties. It's my brother's birthday. I got my son's like party because my wife's crazy, man. She throws a whole party on his regular birthday and then a weekend party, like all types of stuff, man. I got so much work to do, but I gotta find time. I got my actual work to do, but I gotta find time to get on here. I gotta talk about GameStop, and I was gonna do it regardless of Roaring Kitty coming back talking. See, I mean, it was pumped up to 10%, back down to 5%. Don't really care. Max Payne is at 27. The volume right now, massive volume, 35 million. When almost 36 million. When our average volume is about 12 million a day. It's just going to take volume. Who knows? Probably Roaring Kitty buying in, but I don't base my investment off of him. It's all cool to have him right along. This right here looks like it just tapped this. Well, it was support. What? Right? It used prior support over here. Flipped to resistance. It seemed like it tapped up here. But the best thing about this, it probably is a buy-in from him because look at this giant bar. Right here. Right? This was it? This was it? Okay. Yeah, look at this giant bar right here. There's no gaps in this. There's no gaps. There was one miniature gap, but that got filled immediately. So, yeah, right over here is probably support. Look at that. That's where the bar ended. That's where we tapped. So we're probably turning it around. But I do have one thing to say. Or play, whatever. Let me pull up this chart real quick, how I want it. Here. You can see how it's working over here. And we did the same thing over here. So you can only naturally assume that we're going to come down over here close to this line or to tap this line, which is all good with me because this is healthy. As we follow this line upwards, we're not just going to go infinitely upwards. We have to pull back a little bit at some time, but we will push up this line, probably pull back a little bit, but then just recover it all back up on the way up. It's going to push up this line, pull back a little bit, and then recover it all, right? But I'm not saying I'm a genius or I hit everything, but hey, I hit that. And even though not even factoring in Warren Kitty, but it's just natural. The pullback off that upwards trend line is natural. That happened. We recovered. This line should be adjusted a little. But overall, I think this trend line is the actual trend line we're following because this has established our higher low, and to me, this really looks like the lead up to the run ups right here. But this is our higher low. So this is really the trend line I'm following. If it drops below this, then I expect like a real pullback to the lower 20s. But what's the difference, man? We just keep on buying. And that's the way you don't end up in the mentality that Richard Newton has. That's the way you don't end up in the mentality of the PP show. I mean, is he even a real GameStop investor? How many shares does he have? He lost everything in Bed Bath & Beyond. ABC did as well. I see Sharon in the chat. What's up, Jesse? Welcome. Amber, welcome as well. You're always welcome. The ladies of GameStop, man, they keep very far, like, they're needles in a haystack, but they're very valuable needles. It's always good to have different perspectives. You know, men, women, we're not all equal. We are not made equal, and that's just the way it is. We all have our different roles. We have our different perspectives, the way we go about things and think about things. So it's always nice and welcome to have you here and in Moran's chat and all over the place. Y'all are everywhere. Y'all are true GameStop investors. Everybody over here. Michael V is everywhere. Dope Cho is everywhere. Because I Can is everywhere. Leroy, what you got? Let me hear RC losing up Bitcoin when the price was lowest. Hey, that would be awesome, right? And it would be interesting to see what he does with it if he did that. But I would say what would I say? Are they already up? No, bus hasn't even picked up the kids, man. Late. But I would say I'm leaving that up to Ryan Cohen because he's a great investor. Roaring Kitty, he's a great investor. You saw what he did with 55,000. That went to $1 billion and pulled back, but it's still hundreds of millions of dollars. He was balling. Let's see, what do I have over here? Um, this I was just gonna play. Let me move it along. If my slow laptop ever. That's what I wanted to do. See the sacrifices. Black Friday, there were many, many different laptops for sale that I wanted. I was like, that's going to be like $600 for what I want. I'm not spending that. Like, I'm gonna spend it all. I just gave it up. Whatever. I'll do the stream with the broken. It's not even broken. Just the older laptop. I'm gonna do the stream with the older laptop. Sacrifice. Give my wife, my kids that money. Go buy Christmas gifts with that money, and I'll make it work. I'll work it out. I'll make it happen. Um, but let's go ahead. What am I even here for? These bums over here, man. Um, well, at least I don't have to watch these videos anymore until Christmas. Um, and what's up with the media not even reporting anything about GameStop? I've been trying to find CNBC saying anything about GameStop. Not one word, not a peep, not even through the run-ups and even the drops. Like they love to pounce on the drops.
I think they know the kind is here to that.
Where's that drop?
So I talked
handsomely rewarded, as we all suspect we will be. I strongly suggest that we look in ourselves, we check in, and I do believe that a transfer of wealth into the hands of the people that are in this community are just that it's going to change so much, and I'm just so zen right now because it's like, go ahead, give us a pile of cash, see what we're gonna see how we're
Amen. Yeah, it's fucking coming, man. I mean, I don't know how many people need to hear it out there. It's goddamn fucking coming, man. When I have no idea.
Okay, I'm not like I always plan to play these things, and like I can't play 2 minutes of this. I gotta skip it along. They just pull all of this stuff saying they're gonna get like crazy rich off their delisted Bed Bath and Beyond shares. And this fool needs to be held accountable for putting all these people. Maybe he's getting pressure, and that's why he's taking a break. He's taking a vacation from his work. For me, this is not work. This is fun for me. Digging out all these people, digging out all these people. Yo, digging for all these people, all these phonies. Like, I love it. This is what I'm meant to be doing. Let's see. Maybe because I'm just not fake and I'm just not phony like them. This dude over here is like in the woods building some random stuff. I think he's homeless. He's like in his car. He's like, I've got some stuff going on. I'm in the woods right now. Maybe I'll play it.
Idea. I couldn't even tell you even if I fucking knew. Tinfoil. Go ahead, man.
Well, so I'll segue from that into my tinfoil. It's not. I'm kind of a hippie, so it's kind of a big deal for me, like I don't really consider myself to be like hardcore into astrology or anything, but vibes are vibes, man, right? So I was tinkering around. A buddy of mine was gonna come through, and I'm out in the woods. I've actually been out in the woods. I'm kind of working on a small project, like an off grid, on grid kind of living situation. I've been, anyways. The point is,
off grid, on grid living situation. What is this dude? Axe murderer or something? What's going down over here? Look at their investors, man. They're exactly what you would think a Bed Bath and Beyond investor is. They don't even exist anymore. So moving along though, I'm gonna try to end this because this is useless show. All these people followed this guy off a cliff, and now he's trying to bail on them, pretending like he's coming back next year.
Maybe people will be back sooner than we realize, man.
Yeah, because Michael earlier when he said 2025, I said, all right, let me quit the show. I'm not gonna keep listening.
I didn't say 2025.
Somebody said 2025, and then people.
They said 2022. They said 2023. They said 2024, and now 2025. They keep on.
We cannot. I mean, I'm not ready to do the show on.
I'm not ready to do this a whole nother. I don't think I can mentally do this another year. To be honest with you.
To be honest with you, I have an idea. If you cannot do it, let's give the show to Ryan Cohen. He can do it every day.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say something.
Sure.
Listen, I don't like Ryan Cohen. I love him, and every tweet that I've been posting is out of frustration, like everybody. But at the end of the day, we're here on a play that I think we won. I hate the word I think, that we won.
Yes.
And everybody here listening, you guys, you're gonna be very rich. This play has never been in the financial market. We waited so long, but when you wait so long, the reward is gonna be huge.
Right on.
That's it, guys, and hopefully we see you soon when you are all millionaires.
All right, right on. You heard it from the Legend King tonight. Wow, what a fucking exit here tonight. We pretty much got every regular who would come on the show here. So Legend King, enjoy the rest of the night in chat. Let's get some more for Legend King.
Good night, guys.
Take care, man. See you. Wow, Michael, let's hear it tonight. Looks like every a big contributor to the PB show showed up tonight. The only ones we were missing.
This is like a farewell tour for these fools. Seriously.
Was obviously OK Bet. A couple other people like Jake 2B realized things like that. But
this right here reminds me of the Kobe farewell tour, but they're not Kobe.
Rest assured, I think we are in good hands here. Michael, what would you like the good people at home to know that's here tonight? I also wanted to ask you, I completely forgot. What's going on with the whole Pulte?
Yo, my bad. Yo, I gotta bounce. I gotta pick up my kids. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna play some music. I'll be right back. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. I got a brand new flavor in your ear. Your ass out. Got a nigga wanting this so bad I'm about to pass out. Wanna dig you, and I can't even lie about it, baby. Just alleviate your clothes, time to fly about it. Catch you at a club, oh shit, you got me feeling. Body talking shit to me, but I can't comprehend the meaning. Now if you wanna roll with me, then here's your chance. Do an 80 on the freeway, police catch me if you can. Forgive me, I'm a rider, still I'm just a simple man. All I want is money, fuck the fame, I'm a simple man. Mr. International, player with the passport. Just like a ladder, bitch, get you anything you ask for. It's either him or me. Champagne, Hennessy, a favorite of my homies when we floss on our enemies. Witness as we creep to a low speed. Peep with a whole need. Pump some more weed, bump you don't need. Approaching hoops with a passion, been a long day. But I've been driven by attraction in a strong way. Your body is banging, baby. I love it when you're flown it. Time to give it to daddy, nigga. Now tell me how you want it. How do you want it? How did you feel? Growing up as a nigga in the cash game. Living in the cash game. I come to talk in my fool or what? Positions on the floor, it's like erotic. Ironic, cause I'm somewhat psychotic. I'm hitting switches on bitches like I've been fixed with hydraulics. Up and down like a roller coaster. I'm up beside you, I ain't quick until the show is over. Cause I'm a rider, in and out just like a robbery. I'll probably be a freak and let you get on top of me. Get the rockin' these nights full of Alizé. A living legend, you ain't heard about these niggas play these Cali days. See, Lawrence Tucker, you's a motherfucker. Instead of trying to help a nigga, you destroy your brother. Worse than the others, Bill Clinton, Mr. Bob Dole. You're too old to understand the way the game's so. You're lame, so I gotta hit you with the hot facts. On some release, I'm making millions, niggas top that. They wanna sit to me, they'd rather see me in the cell. Living in hell, only a few of us are in jail. Now everybody talking about us, I could give a fuck like we the first ones to bomb and cuss. Nigga, tell me how you want it. How do you want it? Tell me, how does it feel? Coming up as a nigga in the cash game. I'm living in the tell the truth, I got the scoop on how to get it bulletproof. Because I jumped from the roof before I was a teenager. Mobile phone style pager, game rules, I'm living major. My adversaries is looking rugged. They paranoid and people rugged. One of us gon' see the cemetery. My only hope is survive. If I was to stay alive, getting high, see the demons in my eyes. Before I die, I wanna live my life in wrong. Make a couple million, and then I'm chillin', fading more. These taxes got me crossed up, and people tryna sue me. Media is in my business, and they acting like they know me. But I'ma mash out and peel out. I'm with it quick, that's quick to whip the fucking steel out. Yeah, nigga, it's some new shit, so better get up on it. When you see me, tell a nigga how you want it. How do you want it? How do you want it? How did you feel? Coming up swear, yo, life is not easy, man. I'm back here. Yeah, and to add to it, right, for my for my son's birthday, he turned 6. My wife's like, let's get him a bearded dragon. So I've been really, that's really what I've been doing. After his birthday and all of that, all the stuff I've been doing, I've been finding like doing so much research on that stuff. So now I got a bearded dragon like right on the other side of this wall. So yeah, man, I got so much extra stuff to going down. But let's see what happened to GameStop. 5.85%. We're at $28.61. Cool with me, baby. Cool with me, yo. What's up, Dynamite? J Dubs, I see you. Everybody else, Sharon. Sharon, thank you. Yes, Team 51 always shows up, always, man, because we're here. We're here deep in this investment. We're not bag holders, but we're deep in it. It's a whole nother relationship to me. It's literally a relationship. But
event, Michael.
Let's
is he
get back
filming
to
it, or what's going on? Do you know what's happening for the month of December?
It's just in person. So
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like I've been trying to get out of Pulte kind of what's going on, like because I mean, since it's like just a closed audience, you know, it's like, well, who are, because I'm gonna be one of the speakers, you know, me and Carol, so we were talking, it's like, well, what should we tailor the audience to? So, you know, I don't know, usually if Pulte doesn't respond to me, I know it's because it's something cool. So
yeah, sure. Okay, Pulte's done with y'all. He used y'all, he squeezed y'all for your juice, and got the hell up out of there. Everybody's leaving. Richard Newton's leaving. These fools are leaving. There's nothing for them to do. Why would they keep talking about Bed Bath & Beyond? I'm sure the super chats are slowing down. The YouTube revenue is slowing down. And he's just got to go out and get a regular job, like a regular old person. Moving on. I'm not even going to waste my time with them, man. Later on, they just talk about how they're getting all their money from their delisted Bed Bath & Beyond shares. They keep saying they're going to be overnight. Yeah, this fool. Let's talk about him. Saying he's going to be overnight millionaires and then scrubbing the video. He said that about 3 weeks ago, and then he deleted that video. Then you got Michael with his racist rant over there, wanting to say the N-word, like, just, what do they call it? Dismantling? Coming apart. Everything's coming apart, the threads. But here you go. Everybody's favorite YouTuber. Super Stunk's favorite YouTuber.
I want to mention at the tail end of this video, because this is going to be, I think, a shorter one. There will only be 500 videos. So there's this one and then, what, 8 more to go. I started in on this topic of financial freedom. I intend to finish this out and then be done. I think I've said everything I really need to say.
And then be done. Yeah, you're right. You'll be done. He's not like one of us. I said it in many videos before. Especially the video after the dilution. I said he'll never make it with that mentality. And I was absolutely right. 100% correct. Do you know why? Because this fool was playing options, and that's why he was so angry at Ryan Cohen the day he diluted. Because he's been buying and selling the whole time, not a true investor, like he's been leading on the whole time.
Experience for us. So live it. Don't bury yourself in a spreadsheet or create your own prison in the goal of getting out of one either.
Creating your own prison. He's giving you these words. Moving along. I played this one endlessly. This will probably be the last time I play it personally. But unless I'm just referencing in the past all the people that have come and gone. The hell is this? Not this one. Here we go.
This one, Ryan Cohen's treading close. He's basically a villain now. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Ryan Cohen is not making a lot of friends right now. I had him at S tier at one point, dropped him down to A tier, I think, in one of the last videos. Gonna have to drop that guy down to a B tier.
I know I'm triggering Michael V right now. Michael Venuti, I know you're getting triggered with this guy.
I'm frustrated. I said kind of in one of the recent videos, like, this has been a labor of love. Waking up at 4 in the morning, day after day after day, to draw, to put out videos, to be hyped when, I don't know, it's like stock price has just been going down, 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 down. It's like now leadership is basically saying, hey, stock price is elevated. It's a good time to cash in. It's like, nah, bro, like, we don't see it that way at all. Like, I see us as still being like way down. Like, please don't issue shares if you don't desperately need to? Why could anyway?
That's because he lost out on his options play. He was probably so happy. Then they got issued. Then we issued shares, and he lost out. Got crushed with the IV. That's what happens. That's why you should just be buying your stock long term. You can ride any wave that comes at you without a problem. You'll never have that face of misery. It will never be a miserable investment for you. I mean, look at the price to book ratio that's just increased over time. What other stock do you know dilutes and then it goes up every time it dilutes? Ryan Cohen is just my belief. Ryan Cohen is just going to dilute the share and kill them that way. He's going to dilute this thing all the way to $10 billion, and I'm cool with it because every single time, look at these dilutions. Every single time, the stock price just keeps going up. I mean, this is basically the floor right here, 20, which we've come from 10. So I'm happy with it. Ryan Cohen can keep doing his work. But Richard Newton, man, it's irresponsible of you. You had 30,000 followers, acting like you're not one to push out dates. You just like to, I guess, go at it holistically. But you pushed out your whole T35 bullshit, honestly, and your whole whatever chart Excel sheet he had with dates, T35 settlement dates, all of that. That's just not insinuating. That's navigating people towards the options plays that the media always wants you to do. They want you to play options because we're not supercomputers. I mean, maybe with your brain, it depends on your individual brain, but we can't operate the way algorithms and computers operate. We can't trade that fast. So we should just stay the hell up out of it. I can swim in the water, but I can't navigate like a shark. So I'm gonna stay the hell up out the water. And you stay the hell up out of this water by just buying and holding for the long term. Keep continuing to buy. Averaging up, averaging down. Now, I'm way past my cost average, so I just keep averaging up. I keep buying. And by the time I reach 52 shares, I'm going to have a whole rack. But here you go. These are just some articles. I want to look at the macro. Just looking at the macro. Let's take a look. Warren Buffett over here. My bad, yo. All these articles are just scattered, so I gotta remember what I was gonna say. Warren Buffett. I was actually taking a look at banks. Overall investor bullishness in the market, which sentiment is very bullish. Regular investors think it's gonna keep go up. They no longer think there will be a hard recession. They think it will either be no recession or a soft landing. Just a few months ago, no recession wasn't even in play, and now no recession is in play along with the soft landing. That's not what I believe. I believe it's going to be a soft landing, but the investor sentiment of everyday investors, they don't believe there's going to be a hard recession at all, which is false to me. I mean, I can't prove it yet, but you'll see. Hang around and you'll see. Warren Buffett has dumped billions worth of Bank of America stock, and the CEO doesn't know why. Okay, that's BS. He knows what's going on. But just to say, people like Warren Buffett are pulling it out. Look at my mind, all in the gutter. But people like Warren Buffett pulling out, sitting on cash, waiting for the downturn, just like GameStop is, just like I believe Ryan Cohen is. But I want Ryan Cohen to do as he sees fit with that cash. Because obviously he's the number one shareholder. He doesn't get paid. He doesn't get paid with shares. He doesn't get paid with cash or anything. So it's all in his best interest for the stock price to go up. McKinsey warns banks of fleeting profit rebound as declining rates set to bite. Banks are having a lower return on their investments. Bank of America has a proprietary investor bullishness indicator, and it's at its highest level in the past 2.5 years. When that indicator and the investor bullishness rises to these high levels, it pulls out red flags for analysts. Just to say, it's bullish sentiment, incredibly bullish bullish sentiment is bearish for U.S. equities, which is stocks. So just watch out. That's all I'm saying. Bank stocks, particularly, they've been boosted since the elections. People don't believe the Basel III endgame rules. I was talking about that in my last stream. It's basically raising margin requirements and reducing counterparty risks, the clearinghouse risk, all the issues that happened with GameStop to boost us in January 2021. It was liquidity issues. We had the liquidity issues in Europe, Japan, the banks failing. It's all in an interconnected system, and it's still a continuation from 2008. I know that sounds crazy, but it's still that. They've just pushed it along, and that's their plan, to keep pushing this thing along, even with GameStop. Will they allow the MOAS to happen? No, I don't believe so. It won't be a giant green bar going up anymore, because they're trying to keep it under wraps. But maybe it will. I think the MOAS will be a long, drawn-out pathway up and to the right, like Dope Cho says. But here, let's see. I'm touching on banks, really. Let's see. Stock market investors just became super bullish. Why it's time to be wary. Investors are becoming extremely optimistic about the stock market, but this is exactly, and this is from October. It's from October, but what? People forget what happened in October? People forget what happened in August? It's all relevant. These issues don't go away. Yeah, investors are very bullish about the stock market, but that's exactly when fund managers should not put their money to work in the market. Just like Warren Buffett did. He pulled his money out. Bank of America October Fund Manager Survey shows that investor sentiment on the stock market saw its largest monthly rise since June of 2020, back when the Federal Reserve had just lowered interest rates to zero to support the economy during COVID-19 pandemic. The survey looks at fund managers' economic forecasts and their allocations to equities, to cash, to gauge how bullish they are on stocks. So more cash for investors has been moving towards equities. More like everyday investors have been buying stocks, but the big dogs like Warren Buffett have been pulling their money out. Ryan Cohen pulling their money, holding it on the side, just sitting on it, while fools out here are going deep into Nvidia, like at the top. S&P 500 at the top, like there's not going to be a pullback. Statistical score for sentiment now stands at a 5.6 from 3.8 last month. This is out of a scale of 10. This bullishness is why investors have already bid stocks higher. The S&P 500 up about 22% this year. A gain that includes all sectors. Equity allocations rose by their largest monthly amounts in 4 years, according to the survey. As what feels like excessive optimism has built up, investors have already used up much of their available cash to buy stocks. The survey, which encapsulates trillions of dollars worth of assets, shows that the average portfolio manager holds about 3.9% of their assets in cash, down from 4.2% in the last survey. This is near a historical low of just over 3%. That means investors just don't have much cash left to risk on stocks because they've already put it all in. Especially in a market that has become more expensive, is vulnerable to pullbacks, and might look less attractive versus safe cash-like investments that now provide some yields near 5%. I'm just going down the line, guys. Investor sentiment sees biggest jump. We know that. Bank of America's investor sentiment rose. Okay, we know that. This is what I want to show you. Do I want to show you this? I don't know. Over here you go. You can see no landing, soft landing, hard landing. Look at these. Look at them. This was the no landing. No landing was rising up, right? Over here, our stock price went up in this area. No landings came up over here in November. What happened to our stock price? We peaked in November. I'm just trying to find correlations between sentiment of the overall market and GameStop and how it's disconnected, how GameStop trades the opposite. But hey, man, it's just fun doing this. Tuesday's Bank of America survey did come with a sign of caution, though, as hyper-optimistic investors can sometimes be considered a sign of near-term top in the market. We know the cash allocations. I just read that. U.S. banks plan sharp cuts in corporate deposit returns as the Fed lowers interest rates. Could financial stocks take a hit? Now, what I'm just saying with this is that bank stocks are probably going to take a hit. They're going to drop off, probably what, like 20%, something like that, in the next year. It's all the aggregate of the bank stocks shows that it's been pumped up since the election, all because of the thought that Trump is going to be lax on banks and not increase their margin requirements, so that we don't have more liquidity issues. I don't believe that's going to be the case. I think he's going to do the opposite because in his last term, he helped the banks out by lowering their margin requirements so that less banks would go under. But you got to think that was his first term. In his mind, he was probably trying to run for a second term. It was a different time. At that time, we had a whole bunch of issues going on that were building up in the background that we were to find out later. So he probably eased the requirements just so we didn't have a total collapse. And now, over time, we've had to figure this out. What? Excuse me, sorry. What's up? Who's here? My son complaining about his snack being cold hours ago. I don't even know what that means. Whatever. Okay, so back to it. Yeah, whatever I was saying. Basically, price to book ratio of banks. Okay, I said high level of bullish sentiment, bearish for U.S. equities. Analysts, they're warning, yeah, bank stocks may be overdone. The Nasdaq bank index, KBW bank index, it's up more than 13% since the election. The Dow Jones small cap bank index is up more than 15%. And that's really of no news. It's the election news, but there's nothing solid saying that the Basel III endgame. And I like how they call it the Basel III endgame. And those are regulations just trying to raise capital requirements, margin requirements to prevent liquidity issues for banks, to prevent what's been going on the past few years. But it's cool just to invest in one stock and be calm, cool, and collected, you know? So the return on assets for banks, they're falling at levels last seen at the global financial crisis in 2008. So return on investment is declining for banks. That's a big problem for them. Bloomberg, they're talking about aggregate price to book value for banks. It's approaching 1.5. In 2007, price to book value rose. Sorry, I'm looking at something because I've been doing this research. I had to write it down. I can't memorize all this. In 2007, price to book rose about to 1.475, and then the bank stocks fell 85% of the time. 85% of the from 2007, 85% of the time, if price to book value rose over 1.47, bank stocks fell 85% of the time, and when they fell, it was a 16% average drop. When it hit 1.5 price to book, 94% of the time, bank stocks have fallen, financial industry stocks have fallen, and they've fallen by an average of 20%. So right now, we're almost at Bloomberg. Says the aggregate price to book ratio is approaching 1.5%. So 1.5, sorry. So when it hits 1.5, 94% of the time, banks drop by 20% on average. So we're approaching those levels. Expect to drop in the banks. I can't tell you when. Maybe in the next 6 months. It's probably the Basel III endgame. Like I don't even know if it's Basel, whatever. The Basel III endgame, that's planning to come into effect next year. Investors think that Trump's not going to implement it. I personally do, because I think he's really trying to clean stuff up. He's trying to clean up this whole mess that's been continuing on since his presidency, that's been continuing on since 2008. And here, let me show you real quick the reason I brought this out. This is PNC's price to book ratio. PNC's price to book, and let's take a look at their stock price compared to the price to book ratio. I hope this works out. I hope it works out. It matches up. Whatever. Let's go ahead and take a look. We have 2008, right? Price to book. Where were we at? 2008, all the way right here. You can see the drop off. Okay, you know, price to book ratio changes with it, but you can see when it reaches around this high over here. Let's see this, March 2018. We're about here, March 2018. That's this drop off right here. Over here, 2020, you know COVID. You remember COVID? It's this whole drop off right here. So now we're approaching those levels again. So there will probably be another drop off. I was just using PNC as an example, but it applies to most bank stocks, Bank of America as well. So if we're reaching this level, and the Bloomberg article was the aggregate value price to book ratio. So we're approaching the 1.5 level. This is just looking at PNC. So I expect another drop off over here in the overall banking sector. And you know when that happens, panic happens. So then other sell-offs happen. And then what do you think Warren Buffett's going to do with this cash? Why do you think he sold off Bank of America? Because he knows a pullback is going to happen. And when do you think he's going to get back into Bank of America? When that happens. Probably Basel III Endgame, Basel III Endgame. But that's just what I'm seeing, and this is what I do. I look at all different banks, all different markets, all over the world, because GME, to me, is spread out all over the world. We're all over Switzerland, right? Credit Suisse, UBS, inheriting all of Archegos' bags. Bank collapses. Then we have commercial real estate going on. Those issues. And if you don't think the banks are the reason all this pullback is happening is linked to commercial real estate, why Nvidia is being pumped, I have no proof, no evidence. Maybe Nvidia is being pumped. Maybe all of this is being pumped as collateral for the commercial real estate issue, because those things don't just go away. I know I'm going into work one more day, only one more day out of the week. That's 3 days out of the week. Commercial real estate is still an issue. There's a lot of leverage in commercial real estate. Here you go. European governments. We got the European governments offloaded more than $16 billion of bailed out bank stocks over the past year as they seek to draw a line under the long-running effects of the global financial crisis. Yes, they're referencing 2008. What I told you before is still continuing on. All they did, these people are like mob bosses. They're like the mafia. You shut them down, they'll just figure out another way, find out another way to circumvent the laws to continue on their nefarious activities, and that's what they've done, and they'll continue to do it. Ryan Cohen's going to dilute GameStop, and we're gonna beat them in a whole different manner than everyone else expected. We're just going to keep raising cash until GameStop's absolutely undeniable. Wait until the market takes heed of it. Wait until institutions take heed of it. Till there's no other option but for them to become a GameStop long. Moran said it on the stream. I've said it before. They're like animals backed into a corner. They're scratching. They're clawing. They'll fight till every last breath is out of them, and they just have to submit to us. Here you go. Bank strategy of extending commercial loans found to escalate financial risk. This is interesting because, like I said, they're just stringing it along. They won't let it crack. They won't like, if they let it crack, things like the June run-ups happen. January 28, 2021 happens. We absolutely broke their system. They had to pause the buy button. They had to cheat. 100% cheat. In order to get it under control. And now they're just trying to keep us under control. But they can't. The floor keeps raising. Thanks to Ryan Cohen. Extend and pretend approach creates a wave of debt that likely won't be paid, the New York Fed says. Unwillingness of some U.S. banks to fully assess their loan exposure to commercial real estate is increasing the risk of financial fragility in the economy, according to the New York Federal Reserve Bank. A bank analysis titled Extend and Pretend in the U.S. Commercial Real Estate Market describes a situation over the past several years where banks fuel loan maturity extensions, giving rise to a wave of debt coming due soon that it states likely won't be paid. How it plays out depends on whether banks will be able to deal with the rising defaults in an orderly fashion or whether widespread defaults will lead to sudden and extensive losses. As a result, many banks extended the maturity dates of the distressed commercial real estate mortgages coming due and pretended that such a credit provision was not a risk to avoid further depleting their capital, the New York Fed says. That sounds just like Adam Aaron and AMC. Extending, deferring your debt, right? Like you're making a real difference, like you actually have a turnaround plan. These people don't have a plan to do it. They keep extending it and extending it, just like the total return swaps on GameStop. The whole MOAS thing, the whole naked shorting of shares, they're just going to keep rolling it out the way they're doing this to commercial real estate. So don't bank on that MOAS. Yeah, keep it in the back of your mind. That's straight. That's cool. The whole naked shorting thing, keep it on in the back of your mind. But keep what's important right in front of your mind. GameStop, its success, its turnaround, the upcoming earnings. Who knows if we just knock it out the park, you know? I'm expecting, what am I expecting? I'm expecting people to say revenue's declining. I'm expecting people to be bearish on it because Ryan Cohen's still not going to tell them a thing. In a drop. So what? We're used to it. This is status quo for us. Yeah, commercial real estate, big issue that has not been solved. Everyone forgot about this. I guess so. Here's why regional banks have so much commercial real estate exposure. It's no secret commercial real estate has become a source of stress for banks. Had they known there was going to be a pandemic that would completely disrupt where people work, they would likely have given more pause to lending money to clients who lease out space in office buildings. This is really the one I want to look at to really show the amount of exposure that they have to commercial real estate, and why I see a lot of community banks, a lot of the smaller banks going under and being absorbed by the larger banks. Here you go. This is just speaking on their exposure. Flagstar Bank has the second largest concentration of commercial real estate at 470% of commercial real estate loans. Valley National Bank, based in Morristown, New Jersey, has the highest exposure to commercial real estate, with loans in the sector accounting for 475% of its Tier 1 capital, including its allowance for loan and lease losses. Having commercial real estate exposure above 300% is one of the main factors that could indicate a bank is exposed to significant risk. According to guidance the FDIC jointly released with two other U.S. financial regulation agencies in 2006, it continues to be concerned with institutions in concentrated commercial real estate exposures may be vulnerable to a real estate downturn. So, I mean, has there been a real estate downturn? Really? A minimal one. It's still coming. You see, this is what they do. They do it everywhere, all over, whether it be commercial real estate, whether it be GameStop stocks, shorting stocks, naked shorting. Like, you remember when the short interest was over 100% for GameStop? What was it, 200, 300%? These are these numbers, 470%, 475%, over 300%. This is ridiculous. Things should not be, people should not be able to overlever anything by this amount. They're trapped. They're in trouble. And this crash still has not happened. It's only a matter of time till this happens. I know this is February 29, 2024, but this doesn't just go away in a few months. They can't make it go away. They're trying to push it off for later, but hey, we know what it is. Which banks are most vulnerable to the commercial real estate doom loop? This is still going on in August. One of the articles was October. Here, 28 billion of its 50 billion loan portfolio. What is this? What bank is this? Valley National Bank. 28 billion of its 50 billion loan portfolio is concentrated in commercial real estate. 64% of this bank's loan portfolio is tied up into commercial real estate. That is crazy. Any day, if there's a crash, over half of the bank could just disappear, and then it goes insolvent. Meaning, we do not know how much of these loans are likely to be recoverable once a potential deterioration in the value of collateral is considered. Collateral, okay? So what is their collateral for this? The stock market, Nvidia, your S&P index. So when that pullback happens, commercial real estate crashes if it's intertwined and interlinked. If I'm right, who knows? We're gonna see. But I'm not saying this guaranteed. But just reading everything, finding like words, like percentages, looking at different exposures, it looks like commercial real estate is it. And aside from that, not only the commercial real estate. Here, credit card charge-offs and delinquencies hit 13-year high. Are they peaking? 13-year high. Over here, I'm just going down the line. Mortgage delinquencies are rising. FHA borrowers are feeling the impact. What happens when all of these things when all of these things occur? When what happens when people are short on money? They go to pawn shops. They love to make fun of GameStop as being the pawn shop for video games, right? Every time I go in there, people are trading in console systems, broken controllers. People are trading in stacks of games. Great customer service, by the way. Um, yeah, so it's just when these hard economic times come around, people trade things in. GameStop's going to benefit from it. That's just cool to me. Retro games, all the retro consoles, whatever you need, we got it. We take trade-ins. Slabs are going to be traded in. Things, people that pull with packs, their raw cards, maybe they'll get them graded, trade them in for cash. You never know. But we're there sitting on the sidelines, building a business, building many different revenue streams. I've said it before. You can't, when you have a business, you can't just have one revenue stream, because if that fails, your whole business is done. You need 3, 4, 5 revenue streams, different things, different skill sets that you have. So if one fails, you can still stand up. That's good business. That's what Ryan Cohen's doing. What else do we have? Max Payne, $27. We're whooping, we're whooping on them. We're whooping on them on that Max Payne because we're at 28.63. Do I see us coming back? Maybe. Who knows? We got one day tomorrow, right? Is it going to be a Bears day? Because we have almost 25,000 calls in the money and 6,000 out puts in the money. So we're outweighing them. We're beating them. Yeah. Roaring Kitty, your boy's back. One tweet makes GameStop stock rocket. Did he buy in? I don't know. But if a stock market can be that volatile, there's issues. One tweet should not make a stock jump 10%. Who knows? Let me check out the chat. I'm just rambling over here. People at work probably blowing on my phone. Let's go. Who bought those options? No clue. Don't know. GME and Tesla will have a similar story. This is food for thought. Yeah, I think so. It could be. That's what I see. Probably the same issue with Tesla, right? They wouldn't let it just run up, so they had it happen over time, just to not put all the blame on them, Enron style, you know. That's probably what will happen. They always get out one way or another, but we have them trapped, and we're good. We're just sitting back chilling. Here's Ryan Cohen to end the stream. Yeah, I got some things to do, but let's listen. Let's listen to our fearless leader.
You know, I think that directors and officers should, if they're responsible for shareholder money, they should be risking their own money, and they should be buying shares with their own money. And you don't see enough of that. You see very little of that. So I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
In general, when an executive gets paid millions of dollars and leaves a company in shambles, they should be forced to return the money. July 5th, 2022.
Yeah, I grew up, I saw my father wake up at 4:30 in the morning, go jogging. He was at the office by 6. He opened the door for his employees. He left at 6. He never took a sick day, go to work even when he had a 102 fever or food poisoning. And so he worked his butt off, and there was no free lunch in life. If the business did well, he made money. If it didn't, then he had some years where he lost money. In corporate America, somehow, you've got these executives that are making millions of dollars or tens of millions of dollars. They can drive the business to the ground, and most of their compensation is risk-free. And they don't work very hard, frankly, either. I mean, they're going and they're basically preparing PowerPoint presentations and doing conference calls. And so corporate America is littered with risk-free compensation and overpaid executives. And it's deeply, deeply disturbing to see what's going on and the level of wealth inequality in this country. Mm-hmm. So, building Chewy, I was risking my own capital. I didn't take a salary for a very long time. And the salary that I took was really, really, really small. It wasn't millions or tens of millions of dollars. So as an entrepreneur, as someone who grew up seeing a level of work ethic that's that's really unmatched, I don't understand what's going on in corporate America. It's a whole other world. It's like Looney Tunes. It's some kind of fantasy land or sick dream or whatever, but it doesn't make any sense to me. You could basically, you can lose a lot of money and still make a lot of money. You can lose shareholder money and still make a lot of money. And it happens all the time.
That's why I'm invested into GameStop. His words right there is exactly why I'm invested into GameStop and why I will continue to invest into GameStop every single day. I will find the money somewhere. If I don't invest today, I'm going to buy double tomorrow. But I will continue to buy into GameStop because this guy is the #1 shareholder of GameStop, and he consistently has spoken about shareholder value and being there for the shareholders. He's the #1 shareholder. He's made himself the #1 shareholder just for solidarity purposes, and he believes in himself. He is a contrarian. What other more contrarian play can you be? If you're going to be a contrarian, which I am. Do not get on the fence. Do not teeter-totter like Richard Newton, acting like you know everything. I know I know I don't know what to do with GameStop's billions of dollars, so I defer to Ryan Cohen. It's what you do. The smartest person in the room knows what they don't know. So stop speaking on things you don't know, PP. Stop speaking on things you don't know, Richard. Y'all are all going to stop speaking on it because y'all are not true investors, and y'all are going to fade into the sunset while the real ones will stay here and the real ones will stand. To end this, Larry Cheng over here. There's Roaring Kitty. Yep. Roaring Kitty. What timing? Time Magazine 420. Here we go. He tweeted this. And this is the second time he's talked about Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway type of thing. He's talking about, here, I'll just read it. Warren Buffett's most recent shareholder letter is short but filled with wisdom on estate planning and wealth transfer, or lack thereof. Surprised it didn't get more publicity. November 25th, 2024. Here we go. Father Time always wins, but he can be fickle, indeed unfair and even cruel, sometimes ending life at birth or soon thereafter, while at other times, waiting a century or so before paying a visit. To date, I've been very lucky, but before long, he will get around to me. So it's only a matter of time. Father Time plays both ends, you know? He gives you time, he takes the time. GameStop, we have all the time in the world. Those who oppose GameStop, they're running out of time. And over here, we got no time for fake ones. I guess I'm going to play that on the way out, right? No time for fake ones? It's a little vulgar. I'm going to play this. Wendy, welcome, man. Ryan, absolutely, man. If you ever have a problem, if you ever doubt in GameStop, which I doubt you do, but just watch that interview. He gives you everything you need to know in his interviews. He's put it out there. His work ethic, what he stands for. He does not like shorting. He'd rather have people prosper than fail. He's just like you and I. We want to see the good in this world, not the bad. But in order to get to where we want to go, we do have to sift through the bad. That's why I do this. That's why I just want to spread knowledge about GameStop. And I don't want new investors navigating their way to the PP Show, navigating their way to Richard Newton. I want them navigating the way to channels like Morant's Rants, the dude that does it on the daily, my show, Dynamite, Be More, Invest Better. All awesome people, all real people that live their life while investing in the GameStop. I've made GameStop my life. You can see it. There's GameStop stuff everywhere. And I pick up these bags everywhere. I've got GameStop bags. There's a fan. I got 2 GameStop shirts over here, so one doesn't start stinking. Like, if you see me wearing GameStop shirts back to back, I've washed it. I have another one over here. I've got my gray one. I just keep on buying, man. But yeah, let's head out of here. Let's chill out. I'm gonna be on Marin's stream later. If my wife doesn't have me doing a bunch of stuff, because she's pregnant as ever, ready to have this baby. So like, yeah, I gotta, whatever, yo. That's a whole nother story. I'll do it on the next stream. Peace out, guys. Bullish as ever. Look at this. Just zoom out.
Won't stop, GameStop. Smooth brain dancing in the raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Go ape with my ape since day one. The revolution is back in the shit. Feeling jacked to the tits on my activist shit. Redistribution of wealth, let's get it. Big up to Fidelity. It's about to get litty. Find our own way instead of sucking on the titty over system that's against us. Ivy League gangsters, brains all wrinkled, try to make it complicated, but for us it's real simple. Buy stock, hold stock, all stonked up, all crunked up. In the end game, like Avengers we assemble. I'm trying to be more, I'm trying to be a symbol. I am not alone, I'm a drop, I'm a ripple out of drops here together make waves. Like Leonidas with the 300s, we stay, hold the line. They want us all to fall in line, unconform, but we don't. Giving up, no we won't, let's go. Can't stop, won't stop, game stop. Smooth brain dancing in the raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Going 8 with my 8 since day one. Can't stop, won't stop, game stop. Smooth brain
I'm about to mess
dancing
with
in
my
the
kids.
raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Go 8 with my 8 since day one. They focus on the foreign me, I pull up in a rock.
So stupid.
We apes in it, like it's Planet of the Apes, tasting it. That's how close I am to success. Do your thing, go ahead, I be going all in. Ryan Cohen, true colors showing, reaping what we sowing, going toe-to-toe. The SEC, they supposed to have our backs, but they giving little slaps on the wrist like a Karen with her kids. Kenny G with a Citadel like the evil Ricks. Yeah, the lyrics like bricks getting thrown through the windows or the ivory towers. The night is ours, time to fight these cowards. While they lie and they cheat, we just fight the machine, make the hedge funds bleed. Got the keys to the game, DDs on my brain, on my apes, stay strong, go insane. Can't stop, won't stop, game stop. Smooth brain dancing in the raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Going 8 with my 8 since day one. Can't stop, won't stop, game stop. Smooth brain dancing in the raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Going 8 with my 8 since day one. Retail investors, show them who the best is. We just gotta hold, stay strong, we'll win. See you on the moon when our rocket launches up. Apes together strong, yeah, my soldiers know what's up. Yeah, say we like the stock, hey, we like the stock, yeah. It's a movement. Stand strong like the Spartans, we ain't moving. One step ahead like Dr. Michael Burry. DDs are a drug, my vision's getting blurry. Cause I'm high off life, fuckery is all around us. But together we'll survive, for my apes we've arrived. This our moment, feel it, own it. You are not alone, we're connected through Reddit. In spirit, you know it, you get it. Knowledge is power, we spread it. TLDR, hold motherfuckers. Can't stop, won't stop, game stop. Smooth brain dancing in the raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Going 8 with my 8 since day one. Can't stop, won't stop, game stop. Smooth brain dancing in the raindrops. Yo, we in this thing together, it's the same squad. Going 8 with my 8 since day one. Shit. Can't stop, won't stop, game stop. Diamond hands. Yeah, yeah.
See, y'all, I knew I was forgetting something. I'll be buying up everything at GameStop. This was under the bed. I need to look under all my beds and stuff. See, everything for GameStop. Just getting a whole bunch of gifts. What a deal, man. 50-something bucks. And what reminded me is the GameStop Holiday Deals tab. They're on point with everything. As soon as the Black Friday, Cyber Monday's gone, Holiday Deals tab comes up. Constant improvement by Ryan Cohen of our website, our app, just everything. So that's why I'm bullish on GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Peace out, guys. Peace.